Alright, because we're on a bit of a roll, let's keep going. So town, okay, a wave us through, that's fine. Check with the magistrate before entering. So I know this scenario quite well. We're just going to cut through the graveyard. Yeah, so this is an event. I'm going to show you how this works. Dog has fallen into the well. Go and help. Yep, so the encounter options we have. Now, an acrobatic act would be very impressive. That would be just jumping down, I guess, and then jumping back up. You can also cast a magic spell, to do a fly down, I guess. You can also use a rope to get the dog out. Let's do an acrobatic act. Yep, successful. He thanks us, tells us to go to the old cave, and then, okay, so we get victory points, which is experience points, basically. So we get the map, so we go up here, we secret castle entrance. Okay, so we were here a little while ago, but we can cut through here instead of having to go through this gate, so that was useful. We could have found that anyway, even without that, just maybe stumbling onto it, but that just makes it a lot easier. Okay, so stable of beastmen. Sometimes when you move around, you miss what was said earlier, but yeah, we can do that. So hidden cave, it's another map. So it's just a little bit south of here. We just did that. Yeah, so down past the graveyard. So larger buildings tend to be more significant than smaller buildings, but some small buildings are still quite good. So we'll just, so some sort of electricity. So yeah, so because we had the search on, we were able to find this. This is where the beastmen were. We're not going to go there just yet. Oh, suddenly there was snow. That's fine. Now here, this is the area where you can get into combat for money. That's fine. So yes, enter one party. So we're going to throw our crusader in. Oh, so he's up against, if you hold control and, young hill giant, he's got 2 stamina, he's not going to last very long. So, what do we got? That's how many health points he's got, that's the armor class he's got. He doesn't have any movement at the moment because I can go first. No spell points, he's got a spear. Now, we can go order. If I click this, the computer will do what it thinks is the best thing to do. The computer's pathfinding in this game is quite poor, and they won't cast spells. They'll turn undead, whether that's a good idea or not. Guard means I will stay in position, and if anyone approaches me, I will get an attack at them before they can do anything. I think that's called an attack of opportunity. Reveal friends. It just shows you where your friends are relative, and your enemies relative to R. So obviously the enemies are red, and so if I'm more than 10 spaces away from any enemy, I can escape. You lose prestige points, which I don't think is a major thing. If one of my characters has been knocked unconscious, I can bandage them. So the way health works in this game, if you get knocked to 0, they're unconscious, they're out of battle. Every round, they will lose 1 point. If they lose down to 10 points, they die. So there's ways to bring them back. You can cast a spell, you can go to a temple and pay to have them resurrected, but yeah, it's generally not a good thing. Delay, so I think you can sort of wait until later on in the combat round. Undo is obviously take back what you did. I think next is selecting the next character. Finish is you're done with that move. Some of these you don't have to worry about too much. So we're going to move forward. I don't have a missile weapon. So if I did, I could click this, change it. You can't use a missile weapon when you're right next to an enemy, but if you are at least one step away from them. So I'm going to click 15. They're dead. So this is the item and treasure result. So we got 27 experience points for that. We can get a spear and a bag of rocks. You can equip the bag of rocks, and it is a missile weapon. Go figure. If you click detect, you automatically cast detect magic, and there'll be a blue aura around magic items. So obviously they're a bit better, but we don't have to do that. So we get 6 points for that, and we get paid 34 gold. So we can just share that amongst everyone if we want, or we can click the money and allocate it specifically to people. Okay, so let's do things a little bit differently. Let's pick... Oh, so he's got a Morning Star +2. He's got multiple attacks per round. This is my archer, so that one. Now we can also click. So if I press T, that will select that. Maximum range 20, so he's got quite a bit of range. If I press spacebar, he shoots. Now, because this enemy is right next to me, I could step away. They will be able to attack me, but I can use my bow and shoot. So we've got spear, leather armor, and a leather helmet, and a general shield. They're not great. Detect magic, of course they're not going to have any magic, just goblins. So share the 3 gold for what it's worth, and we get paid the 34. So it's a way to get some money. So let's use our enchanter. Oh, so what do we got here? Oh, so they do have a dagger, which means they're not completely helpless. Let's guard. So nothing happened. Now, one of the problems with spellcasters is if they get hit in a round, they can't use magic. I think someone said except for priests, but I'm not sure if that one's true. So, enchanter, I mean, we've got a couple of options. We've got Steel Rain. As we increase the power level and the cost, you know, there's more area affected. Some of these affect all the people. I think what we're going to do, I can make them run away. Oh, Finger of Death, which is a very big cost, but a high chance of just absolutely killing whatever is relatively near you. I think what we're going to do, creature summon, we're going to summon 3 creatures that are fairly powerful, and they're going to fight for us. So, TTT. Okay, trolls. Alright, so I'm just going to guard. Yep, they take care of it. So we can keep some of these if we want, and use them in future battles. Which, yeah, we can do that. Why not? Okay, so we've got chain armor, dagger, club. So these were, and leather gloves, a little bit better equipped than the goblins we had, and more experienced because there were more enemies. Yep, 34 pays and 6 experience pays exactly the same. Alright. So sometimes when you walk into an area, something crazy will happen. So, big shack. We approach this. We're not supposed to be here. Something bad happens. So one of these, yeah, we can use reveal friends. This is the bad troll, obviously. So we need to be careful not to hit our good trolls. It won't let us do that. 1 hit. I mean, we're really overpowered for this scenario.